What's happening, guys? This is the other half 1993 here. Let's see here. Where do I want to start? Well, first of all, sorry for not putting up videos consistently or and hardly at all. The reason, as I've said before, I do that is because I know I only have around 200 subscribers right now, and I know it's really hard to get noticed. Here on YouTube or YugiTube or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I have a hankering to record some duel videos and maybe some more deck profiles. But also, side note, Pokemon fans will note the very very sick Darkrai mat. Picked it up from a friend of mine who picked it up at Nationals. I was at Nationals, but he traded a Commerzak Force Dragon for this, which I thought was a really good deal because I checked eBay and stuff and I can't find this mat anywhere. Anyway, enough about that. As the title of the video indicates, this is my Caliber Cat deck. I did a couple different things, which you'll see and I'll explain. I've taken this deck to 2 locals now. Records against decks. It's 3-1 against X-Sabers, 2-0 against Frog FTK, 1-0 against High Monster Beat. What else did I play? 1-0 to Quick Draw, I believe. About 4-1 to Blackwing in playtesting. And the only deck I have only lost to but never beat is I'm 0-1 against Spaceships of all things. So, but it does, as you can tell, really well against meta decks. I'll go ahead and get started here. First of all, you got I have 2 Doom Caliber Knight. Doom Caliber Knight I think is a really good card right now. It's a real format. It's really good against the format. With X-Sabers, you negate their setup plays with Summoner Monk, Bogart Knight, Rescue Cat, negates Fall Troll, Full Helm, all that kind of stuff. Just watch how you use it. Make sure you're not negating your own effects. Next up is the cat portion of the deck. Rescue Cat, fairly obvious. Then you got your cat targets. There's 3 Airbellum and 2 Dark Soul. Now I know a lot of people use only 1 Dark Soul. Now let's go ahead and show the other choice I do different in this deck. Is 2 Full Helm Knight. When I actually built this deck, I hadn't really seen any Caliber Cat lists. I kind of just assumed people ran 2 Dark Soul and 2 Full Helm Knight. Of course, then I did a little more research and I saw, Grant Calitats with 1 Dark Soul and no Full Helms. I gotta be honest, I really like 2 Dark Soul, 1 Full Helm Knight. It adds a control aspect to the deck. Full Helm Knight sets up really good plays with Dark Soul. And Full Helm Knight is really good in general, so it's been working for me and I really like it. So if you're looking for a new deck, if you're looking for a new way to play Caliber Cat, definitely try a 2nd Dark Soul and 2 Full Helm. I think it works really well, personally. Then obviously you've got the Summoner Monk, 2 Gravekeeper Spy, and a Guard. I was using Descendant, but I drew it way too often, and Guard is just better in general. 2 Thunder King, really good anti-meta card right now. I feel any deck that can main it should main it. 2 Caius. I accidentally used 3 when I got 2nd at a 28-man local. So I guess 3 could be good. I personally would only use 2 though. Then you got Gores, 1 Cyber Dragon, and that's it for the monster lineup. For traps, there's 2 Bottomless, Call, 1 Oppression. I wouldn't main 2, not in this deck, just because there's too much special summoning going on. 1 Starlight Road, 2 Dust Tornado, Torrential, Solemn, and 2 Dimensional Prison. I'm a huge fan of Dimensional Prison. I love this card. It's a great control card, and it adds it just helps take down your opponent's field and helps you manage the field a little better, especially Stardust Dragon. And then for spells, there's 2 Book of Moon, 1 Giant Trunade, MSC, and Heavy. One pot of Avarice. With full helm, bringing stuff back, bring your X-sabers back. One is really all you need. I might try second, I don't know yet. Brain Control, Mind Control, and Smashing Ground. So that's it for the main deck. The extra deck is kind of weird in that you almost never use it. As weird as that sounds, you'll only really use it when you do cat plays, and really the only synchros you use are Arcanites and some 6s. So let's see here. You got Fortress Dragon for your Cyber Dragon. I might, since I don't use that many synchros, I might go ahead and throw a second one in here. I'm not sure yet. There's obvious Black Rose. Urbellum is good to have just because it's an X-saber and you do need to make a 7 sometimes. Staples like Mistworm, Android, Colossal, Cataster, 2 Stardust Dragons, and rai-oh and Goyo. Rai-oh and Goyo are probably the 2 most frequently seen synchro monsters. Then you have 2 Hyunlei. I think when I was building this deck and building the extra deck, I thought 2 Hyunlei would be pretty much mandatory, but honestly, I hardly ever get Hyunlei out. I was debating whether to use Cold Wave or not, just because the deck doesn't really focus on the cat aspect that much. It's really more of a control type of deck with Spy, Thunder King, and Doomcal, and Caius. It's got a real control aspect with the ability to explode, so I'm probably going to go ahead and keep the second Hyunlei in. I don't know. Arcanite, definitely going to add a second one of these. Haven't really needed it, but Arcanite is probably the most, except maybe for Goyo and Bryonic, probably the most frequently synchroed monster. Arcanite's really good, can't be bottom list, destroys 2 cards. And then 1 double x-saber Gotham's. He's pretty much in here just in case. I have synchroed from a couple different times, so quick full helm or Airbellum plus Goyo Guardian. He can be useful, definitely very useful. And then the side deck, I gotta admit, I love the side deck. The side deck I have here, I found coupled with the main deck and the meta hate in the main deck, I found you really don't have a problem with pretty much any meta deck with the combination of main and side here. So I side the 3rd Thunder King, 3rd Doomcal, and 2nd Cyber Dragon. Just because you really don't need to max out any copies of these cards in this deck, just because you don't know what you're going to play against, and you max out basically depending on what you're playing against. Then 2 Snowman Eater. I was going to side Rykos before I remembered this guy. Especially with 1 pot of Avarice, I really don't like milling in this deck. Snowman Eater is just, I gotta be honest, I love this card against Blackwing, Glads, X-Sabers. X-Sabers to a lesser extent, but definitely Blackwing and definitely Gladiator Beast. 19 defense and destroys whatever tried to destroy it. Snowman Eater is just way too good of a card. I side the 2nd Oppression. Got 2 Massacre Strix for Monarchs and mostly Frog FTK. 3rd Dust Tornado. 2 Divine Wrath. Love this card in the side right now. Divine Wrath is way too good. 2 Compulsory. Compulsory is also a card I've always loved. Side the 3rd Book of Moon. And finally side 1 Gotham Z-Call. I did have 2 in the side, but honestly I had trouble finding enough room, and I decided to cut 1 just because I figured I already had enough room, right? I already had enough X-Saber hate. X-Sabers, let me tell you, I mean, not only do you have the main deck hate, but honestly, let me go ahead and show you here. And honestly, I side all that. I have all this against X-Sabers. 12 cards in the side deck. I can side against X-Sabers. Like I said, I love this side deck. So, well, that's going to be all for this deck profile. Like I said, I might go ahead and try to get some duels up Might record some tomorrow. Not sure yet. So, yeah, that's gonna be all for this time. See you guys later. Peace out.